Okay, I think we are. Yeah, okay, we are live. Welcome. Nobody here yet, but they'll start popping in a minute. They'll start popping in a minute. But then here go all the friend requests. I don't have time to be looking at. Oh, I should. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's early. It's okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's how you know it's not scripted.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
at all, right? Because I will run my mouth and say anything in a heartbeat. Oh God. Okay. Yeah, but I can't do that. They have to catch up. So welcome. Hey ladies. Ayana, Ashanti, oh Monique, good morning. Well, no, good afternoon. It's morning for some people and it's afternoon for some people. So I'm just gonna say hello. And we have Miss Monique Waters and Chelsea Marie this morning for our first set of interviews. So I was jamming my anniversary music because we celebrating 5 years. This year, this would have been 5. I was so excited. I swear, I was like, this is 5 years for something that was only supposed to happen one time. It was supposed to be 1 year, and before it was over, I had Tay. Well, Love Belvin started it, but I had Tay Russ's husband say, he kind of walked up on me and was like, "So we doing this again next year?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we can." So for something that was supposed to be 1 year, in my mind, I'm thankful that we have survived 5 years, 5 successful years, and that Arthurs want to continuously come back. So I thank you all that when I reached out that you were willing to take a chance on little old me, on my little old boutique. That's what I like to call a boutique event. So I appreciate that so much. Um, I'm gonna jump right on in there because it's a full day, and I don't want to take up too much of you all's time. But again, I appreciate you being here.
No
So,
problem.
Miss Monica,
Hi.
can you tell me? Go ahead, this is Miss Monica. Go ahead, tell everybody
Hey.
hello.
Hey.
Tell us what you're working on right now. No, don't tell us what you're working on. I'm sorry. Tell me how you got into the writing game.
I've always been a writer, even in childhood and high school. I wrote poems and song lyrics, and it just steadily progressed over the years. My short stories became novelettes and novellas, and then I ended up writing a full-length novel in 2011. I didn't publish it till 2014 when I found out about KDP. So it's been nonstop.
Okay. Okay. I think we lost Chelsea.
I know her picture went out.
Yeah, I don't know if yep, I need to, okay. She'll come back.
Yeah.
Let me, okay, so hopefully she'll be able to come back. Okay, so you're also, I think your situation is very unique. This was actually gonna be a question for the both of you.
Mhm.
Um, but you're both under Be Love, and you get to publish under a publisher and on your own because you be knocking them out, girl. You knock them out. Yeah, I'm like, Monica be on it, boy. So tell me, how is that experience?
It made the transition really easy because I was an indie author when I signed with B Love. I already had 14 books out when I signed with B.
Mhm.
So she is almost as close as to being on my own because she's so free spirited, free hearted, and gives us complete creative control. I mean, she'll recommend that we do certain things, or if we want to extend our platform, and she offers a ton of advice, but she still allows us to do us.
Okay.
So it wasn't much of a transition other than the fact I don't have to buy book covers and I don't have to edit so many times. So
Okay.
it was a really seamless transition. And then again, she's free hearted and let me do my own thing too at the same time. So
Mhm.
it was perfect.
So do you find it easier when you do when you turn it over to her as opposed to when you do your own thing? Or
Yeah,
you've learned the techniques now, it's like, oh, I don't have to bug her with that.
right. I mean, it's a little more tedious, of course, on my own because I do my own editing. So it's a little more tedious for me
Mhm.
on my own. It takes a little longer to put a book out because, again, I do my own editing. I find my own covers, all that kind of thing. But it's still pretty much almost the same process besides the editing part.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what have you been working on during this? Well, it's hard to say what you've been working on because, like somebody said, I can't keep up with my. I be trying to keep up myself. I'm like, okay, she got
I
another
put
one.
out
I be trying to drop. I be trying to promote them as fast as I can.
my goal is to have a release every month, especially when I first signed with BLP because I was pretty much unknown. So when I signed with BLP, it was like, okay, I'm gonna put out as often as I can so people can see my name every time they get on Facebook. They see Monica. Monica, who
Mhm.
is this? Let me read something, and it just became habit now for me to just put out every month. So because I work on my own indie stuff, sometimes it comes out. I come out with two a month. But
I was going to say you
yeah,
dropping more than one a month.
sometimes it's
I
two a
see
month.
more than one.
Yeah, and like lately it's been two a month. So,
Okay.
but my indie stuff I work on. At the same time I'm working on my BLP stuff. So my indie stuff may take me 2 months to write, but when it comes out, it's like, oh Lord, she got two books coming out this month. I didn't work on them both in 1 month. My indie stuff took a little longer. So, but yeah, it's a lot. But
Yeah.
hey, Justin, you're back.
I don't know what happened. It just shut down. It just shut down on me. I don't know what happened.
And we were like,
Uh,
okay, the screen went out. Did she leave us? What
Yeah,
happened?
I was just smiling in the camera. The next thing I saw black. I was like, okay,
Yeah. Okay, so then you ready? I could jump to you.
I'm ready.
Okay, well, this question was kind of for the both of you because you both put out independent work as well as under BLP, and Monica was explaining her process and how she does. So, how does that work for you, being able to be under BLP and being under a publisher and doing your independent thing as well?
Well, as of right now, I am 100% indie. So, but prior to me going full time, being an indie author, I released I think one book independent, and then all the rest were under B Love. But she pretty much gave us like the free will to do anything. Like if you wanted to just keep releasing under BLP, you could, and then put out your indie releases. So my process to going indie, it was pretty much I started with like a series, um, which was My Heart Is Your Secret. And I kind of was like, okay, this is like my exit book. So I was just, kind of build the hype up a little bit and then ended with me going indie, which is a Mills book. And that's pretty much my process right now. For me going 100% indie. So the process for that, it was kind of easy because she let me do whatever I wanted to do. And I got to just basically write a series, and that was my exit book pretty much. So
Okay. So, a meal coming soon?
yes, Emil is actually almost in the hands of an editor right now. I just have to fix a couple things, and it is coming.
Okay, because we itching for that one.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, it worked out the way how I
I
did
mean,
it.
yeah, yeah. Because everybody's like, okay, I got friends. Of course, I have a lot of reader friends that are like, there's several people they waiting on to drop. You're one of them. She's one of my friends is going to New Orleans next week. She finally gets since the pandemic, she hasn't been able to visit her family, so she's finally getting a chance to go. And so she's like, is that book dropping? And when is the other one dropping? I was like, y'all think I be having all of the inside scoop? I do not have all the inside scoop. I be having some, but I don't be having all of it. So
yes, the
okay,
book
y'all hear that? It's coming.
It's done. Yeah, so y'all heard it from here first. Emil's book is done. It's just
look at them.
going through the proofreaders and everything to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Okay, good. So is that what you've been working on during the pandemic? How has your writing been going since the pandemic?
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, it's been tough. And I think it's just been like the mental, part of it, especially with our numbers rising like every week. You're like, okay, you're kind of like a frenzy, you're kind of scared. I can honestly say I have not written as much as I did before the pandemic, only because, just the mental of it, having to shift from working in the office at my job to now working from home, and then you're dealing with that on how they're trying to, rule and regulate you from home. And then when the day is over, you're trying to put your mind in the mindset to write about love, and sometimes it's just not connecting. Then you got family who's being, affected in different ways. So I can honestly say it's been, I won't say it's been rough. It's been a little challenging. When I do find time to write, it's like I have these days where I write all day. The next day, I can't even pick up my computer. I'm just like, I just can't do it right now. Like my mind is just, just too gone right now. Like I just can't do it. So, and in the beginning, I did beat myself up because I'm like, girl, this is supposed to be the time. You see people talking about, oh, this is supposed to be the time. You're supposed to be writing. You're supposed to be, getting your businesses started. And I'm like, girl, I can barely sit down and watch TV with a smile on my face. So I'm like,
right. It's very hard. I mean, I could imagine, you don't have the mental capacity because not only were we dealing with the pandemic and then all of this other stuff. We're gonna keep today lighthearted, but just saying to deal with all the other stuff, like every day it's something. It is literally something every single day, and it becomes very draining. Draining. I try to escape in a book. I try to escape in a book, just to not think about this stuff. And then I have anybody's been in Indie Love before, they know I have a son that's 23, a black male. He's just graduated from an HBCU. And every time he walk out the door, it's like, oh Lord. I thought I was holding my breath every time he would go to Montgomery, Alabama, of all places. Montgomery, Alabama. I thought I was holding my breath. And then it's like, I could breathe, he's home. And no, I can't. It's still so much going on. So I've been reading a lot. I'm talking about a lot. Urban, romance, whatever I can. If it's good, I'm gonna read it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that like that. I'm gonna read it.
Nah, I feel you. Like, listen, my therapist, we've been talking all day, every day, because I'm like, man, just especially like with the other stuff, because I have a brother, he's 26, and you just, you don't want to be afraid, but you are afraid.
Right. You're not supposed to have the spirit of fear, but I think going a little church a little bit, I think the Lord understands that, and He tries to give us other things that'll be peace, give us a little bit of peace, and just this is when you hold on to your faith and say the faith of a mustard seed is when you really are holding on to that, just to keep your sanity intact. Period.
Right.
So, do you have any suggestions? What would you suggest to a aspiring? Either one of you guys can answer this. An aspiring author. What would you suggest? What suggestions would you have for them? Or they're scared to get started, or they think what they're writing is not good, or What?
Well, I'll go first. Okay. The first thing, you have to be comfortable with yourself, and you have to believe in yourself. So if you feel like you're not good enough, then why should anybody else think you're good enough? So even if you're not at the level you want to be at,
Mm.
you still have to believe in yourself and believe that, hey, whatever it is, whatever comes out of this pen is fire. And if you don't believe that yourself, then I mean, you're setting yourself up for failure, because everybody's not going to go for you. Everybody's not going to like you. So you have to go hard for yourself. And if you're not willing to put in that work and have that mindset, then you are definitely setting yourself up for disappointment. So for me, that's the first thing that you need to establish, is to pretty much get your mind right, and put your confidence in yourself before you expect it from anybody else.
Hey, I completely agree with everything Monica said. Because being a writer is not an easy thing, especially, you're going to have people coming for you, and you got to build some tough skin. So I will honestly say, for anybody that wants to write, just make sure this is what you want to do. Like, this is your passion. You're not just trying to make a quick check, because that quick check ain't going to happen quickly. It's going to take time. You got to build your tribe. And just because I write the story of a storyline of, let's say, best friends and lovers, and you're like, oh, I don't want to write that because somebody else wrote it, that don't mean that they wrote it how you wrote it. So just because I wrote it, Monica wrote it, don't mean nothing. We all tell stories in different ways. So be confident in who you are. Be confident in your writing. Understand that you're going to get some people, like she said, that do not like your stuff. But as long as you love it, ain't nothing else, to say about that, because that's your work, your baby. So yeah, you're going to be protected. You're going to want to, say some stuff back, but understand at the end of the day, it is a business. So, you just got to have tough skin. You got to make sure that you grind hard and be humble. Be very, very humble. Stay prayerful, and just stay in your own lane. Don't try to copy somebody. Like I said, it's a million and one storyline. So what if there's a million and one stories about best friends and lovers? Put your twist on it. Be your unique self, and just continue to just hustle hard and just have fun with it too.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm getting I feel like I'm getting a delay. Not a delay. Yeah. So I don't know if it's. Can everybody still hear real good? Y'all let me know in the comments. Okay. It made me lose my. Oh, so when you were saying people are going to come for you, are you talking about reviews? Because I have strong opinions about people who write nasty reviews, and I don't want to get dinged, but it pisses me off. It really does. You would literally think I wrote it. I don't care if you liked it. I mean, I understand reviews are important, but I feel like you don't have to be nasty. And the stuff that I see is stupid, reviews. I didn't like that. It was a series. I didn't know it was going to end on a cliffhanger. It's like it. So I'm gonna give it 2 stars. If you don't sit down somewhere, and that kind of stuff annoys the hell out of me. And I'll go in. I was on my petty stuff. I was going in. If I saw, I was like, this is a problem. I was reporting it. Like I didn't appreciate this review. Somebody said something about CCJ's book, and I was like, I was in one of their groups, and they said something, a review, something. I was like, oh, really? I'll be back. And it was like, get him, Jay, get him. I was like, I that annoys me. It really, really, it's a pet peeve. It is a true pet.
And then
so how do you deal
with your inbox,
with stuff like that?
Ma'am, at the end of the day, it does say author, but I'm a woman at the end of the day.
Hello.
And it's just, I understand it. You may not like it. Something I wrote, it may have triggered something. Whatever the case may be, I understand. Okay, give me criticism, but give me respectful criticism. Because at the end of the day, if we was having this conversation face to face, would you even still have that same hostility that you had
energy
in my inbox and on the review? I get it. You may not like it. Okay, fine. I'm not out here to please everybody. But I think there's a
Wait a
way
minute, hold
to
up.
do it.
Hold up. Maybe in your inbox? They come in y'all lying.
Monica in my line?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Listen, you got some brave hearts out there. And not commend them, boy, because they, again, it's just like, like, okay, like, we doing this? Okay.
You have some brave parts, and then you have some that are cowards too. Like, I gotten a review on one of my indie books. It was, I leave author's notes at the beginning of every book, telling you what to expect out of this book or whatever. And I got a review where a woman was like, okay, so we have to dumb it down for our readers. I guess this is what's selling. Now, this was an urban erotica. And I put that in all caps in my author's note, letting them know this is a rowdy book, so read at your own discretion. And she said that. So on Amazon, it just said Kindle customer. So I said, you know what? I'm about to go on Goodreads and see. And it listed her name. And it was somebody in my readers group that commended me on all my work. And I kicked her right on out. Because I'm like, you don't have to leave me a 1-star review because you didn't like what I warned you about.
Right.
So,
well, I commend you.
I'd rather come to my inbox than leave a 1-star review because it wasn't her cup of tea.
Yeah. I mean, you always put in the beginning of your book, see, I'm a fan, I read your stuff. You always put in the front of your book, your disclaimer that if this is not for you, I don't think you say stop right here, but there's somebody, I want to say it might be Asia Monique, somebody says stop right here, don't go no further if this ain't your
I'll
cup
say,
of
please,
tea.
I continue to read.
At your own risk. Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel as though I'm not gonna lie, I have been in somebody's inbox, but it was not in a nasty, negative way. You could tell that something got mixed up in their editing because a scene played over again. And it was like, well, let me just let you, everybody might feel like me, like, oh, I'm scared. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to offend you. But then what if nobody says anything at all? And the author does not know that was in there. And she was really, really sweet. Yeah, she was really, really sweet and was like, thank you so much for telling me. Somebody else just mentioned it and I'm going to fix it. But then I've also had, there was a book I was reading that was so, so good. And I was just like, but it was edited horribly. And every time I wanted to like throw it down, I couldn't because it was so good to where I didn't write a bad review on it. It was just,
right.
I think I mentioned it and was like, this book is so good, but the editing is so horrible. And somebody said, tell me who it is. I was like, hell no, they ain't coming for me. No, they was like, well, inbox. So we were in our inbox, and then they explained to me what the author said, that they just they put up the wrong version, and they were having a hard time getting it back down and fixing it or whatever. I can understand that, but sometimes I'm not getting in nobody's inbox and telling you nothing about your business because
you'll be surprised.
Mm-hmm. No, I wouldn't, because you know what? And I'm acting all extra shocked. Folks be in my inbox too. Oh, you need to ask so and so. You should invite so and so to come to Indie Love. I've done that twice and I got burned twice and I ain't doing it no more. Sorry.
Well, I know when I saw you in my inbox, I said, "Oh, it's on, girl!" I was happy. Like, yes.
If I like you and I want to see you soar, I shouldn't say that like that. That doesn't sound very good. If I like you, because there's a lot of authors that I like that I like. So I'm not necessarily inviting everybody. But I'm trying. Indie Love is boutique. We've grown. Like we started out with like I think 10 or 11 authors, and then we grew, and then we grew, and then one year I was like, oh, this is way too many for what we do. But you got to grow as well, and I believe in if you're a good author. Now, if you're a good author, and this might sound bad, but you on Facebook and you fussing and fighting with other authors? I no, because somebody said yesterday they love coming to the event. Oh, one of the interview I posted yesterday on yesterday's fun party, virtual party, whatever. She was like, I had so much fun. She said there was no drama, there was no pettiness. I was like, yeah, because I don't play that. I don't. That's not my cup of tea. You're not coming to my event. I don't want nobody on Google saying, yeah, it was cool, but so-and-so was acting nasty. No, I'm sorry. I have a certain standard. If I got to put my Scorpio on the back and not let her show out, yeah.
Right.
It's the same thing. So yeah, I'm a fan. So if I'm a fan and I reach out to you, because I had somebody say, nah, this is not for real. Yes, it is. And it makes me laugh when people get excited about coming to Indie Love, because I be like, for real? My little old event? Really? Okay.
I was so excited.
Well, I'm glad. I'm very, very, I'm glad. I'm glad you guys were excited. Let's see. Do we have any questions? I can see. Yeah, the drama is real. I don't be playing with all of that. Go ahead and shoot y'all questions.
Hey y'all, I see all your messages.
Yes, I love y'all. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in.
My girl Natoya on here. Oh, and
yeah.
I don't mind inboxes. I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's just a level of respect.
Yeah, just don't come at me crazy.
Right. I see my sidekick is in the comments. I'm not gonna blast her. She's supposed to be rocking with us, but she's in the comments, but that's okay. Somebody said this is their first time. They love indie events. I appreciate that. But do you have any questions for Monica and Chelsea? Okay, for either one. Okay, so it says, which book would you recommend? Here, put it up here like this. There we go.
Hey,
that's cool.
Which book would you both recommend to new readers to start with?
I would definitely say start with Why Don't You Fall in Love with Me first. And then, because I won't say jump into the series I'm doing yet, because that's a little, I want to smooth you in, give you a little foreplay first.
Girl, that's really...
But I would definitely say,
I think I posted it too. Like, you ever read a book that's so damn confusing? I don't want to say confusing, but it's like, I think I know. I think you did a damn good job, because I was ready to say a bad word. I was like, I think no, that's the same. No, maybe. Damn. Okay, I'm confused.
Listen, it was a lot of plot twists in that book.
Oh my God. Yes. So, yes.
Before you jump into
I also love the fact that you also add, don't give me a line because I read a whole lot. You add other characters. You kind of bring them in.
Yeah.
I can't think of their names right now, but you know who I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about. And
she's the architect.
Yeah, Capone and Pacino, they're in there.
Oh baby, yes.
Yeah.
Baby. Yes.
I
love him.
Yeah. If y'all wondering who he is, he's in my book. I Should Have Chosen You.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's in Emil's book a lot. So
okay.
A lot.
Yes.
Yeah, I bring back a lot of characters in Emil's book because he need a lot of help. So,
Okay.
but I would definitely say either start with "I Should Have Chosen You" or "Why Don't We Fall in Love."
Okay.
For me, I would have to say probably 8 Seconds to Love. Simply because it kind of gives you more insight as to who I am as an author. And it was probably my first, what I call my country hood love stories. And it was more personal for
I
me.
love her country story.
So thank you. So I think that's the first one. So if you can handle 8 Seconds to Love, you can almost handle anything else. All right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Monica had me laughing last night when I wound down. I was like, crab walk, what?
Listen, I want to put a disclaimer out there about Monica's books. She just released another one. His name is Vance. That's my man.
Yeah,
I just gotta say that.
he said something about crab walk. I was like, wait,
Crawfish.
crawfish, yes, crawfish. I was like, what?
Yes, I thought Legend was gonna always be my man, but then she gave me Vance. I was like, oh, I'm good.
I had an editor was like, "What is crawfish?" I say, "Baby, look it up. It's in the dictionary."
Somebody said they love Legend. Yes to Legend.
Yeah. Yes. Legend was something.
I ain't never been interested in no bull riding until Monica boy.
You know what? When I say okay, so I go to other events, I support everybody. I try to support everybody, right? So I'm in Houston trying to be low key, incognito. If you notice, I keep my personal from my separate.
Right.
And Monica was like, "You indie love, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Here, this is a good one right here." I said, "Okay, where should I start?" She said, "This is a good one right here. It's hood rodeo." And I was like, "What? Hood rodeo?" Yeah, country rodeo. Yeah, whatever she said, I had me like, huh? But baby, I've been into them, so I'm little Monica dressed up like, God, dog.
Monica make you want to have to relocate to
like,
Texas.
Girl, send something back, you know.
I want to go to Texas.
I'm gonna tell you a secret. Right.
Look, I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you a secret that I do. I used to hate Kindle Unlimited. My team, Mimi, Rochelle, Terry, they could tell you like, no. And my book club system's like, no, because I want my book. I want it in my Kindle, but when I want to go back and read it, I want to go back and read it. So I don't know how I got hooked on Kindle Unlimited. I do remember how, but I'm not gonna say how. So what I do now is I'll get it on my Kindle Unlimited, so y'all can get them points. So I know how it works. I ain't gonna go into how it works, but y'all can do that. And then I turn around, send it back, and then I go and buy it. So I'm like, that's a double whammy right there. Let me help. I be real about mine. Don't ever sleep and think that I don't be real about this is just a game for me. I am a true diehard reader, and I'm gonna support to 100%. Okay, so here's a question for Chelsea. And I gotta watch our time. What time is it? Oh, we good. I don't know. Okay, let's see if it'll show. There it is.
Okay.
I'm curious what determines which book you enable to lend on Amazon.
Honestly, I have no idea because a lot of my books right now are still under Beloved Publications. So I'm not sure how she does it when she uploads them. If the books you're talking about are either For You I Will, Why Don't We Fall in Love, or When the Night's Over, if it's one of those things, let me know so I can go ahead and check the setting, because honestly, I have no idea because the rest of them are uploaded under Beloved. So I don't know how she does it. But if it's any of those things, I'll check and see.
There's one little box.
There is a box on there?
Like a little box. A lot. I don't think it says lending. It says something else, but it's like a little box you can check that allows lending.
Oh,
Oh, when
Yeah.
the night's over. Okay, so I'll go ahead and check it and see.
But some artists don't like to do that because then it takes away from their coins when you're lending the book. I mean, I know of some artists who purposely don't do it because when you do that, it does take away from you all. You know, I'm not gonna lie and say I've never done it. I have.
Cool.
And then somebody told me.
I didn't even know what it was about. To
I'm
be
cool
honest,
with
until she said it.
I'm with it for the simple fact that, okay, yeah, they may have lended that one and they read that one, but guess what? Now they know who I am. And they'll go back on without lending and they become a reader of mine. So then I benefit in that instance, you know.
Right.
So,
That's true too. That's true too. That's
Vanessa,
very
if you
true.
can you DM me so I won't forget? Because I'm about to do like Monica do. Go ahead, so I can just.
Come on. Deirdre Davis says, let me show that one.
Oh, it can only be done once.
Oh, it can only be done once. Okay.
Yeah, you know, that's true. Once you upload it, you can't change it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
that is right.
Okay.
What's the Vanessa? Slide on my inbox. I might got something for you, girl.
Oh, go Vanessa.
Well, I do have some giveaways. So I actually have, but you can't have, whoever it is can't have all three of these. Monica sent me 3 books, so they can't have 3 of these. You better hope I don't keep one for myself. No, I bought what I bought, so I'm good. I need a question, and I don't know what I did with my notes. How unprofessional is that? That I don't know what I did with my notes. So, Monica, since I'm giving away one of your books, throw out a trivia question if you have one on the top of your head.
Who's Chelsea's man? There we go.
Oh my Lord. Okay, I have a trivia question for anybody that can guess where did the story 8 Seconds to Love really come from? What inspired that story? If they can answer that question, then they can win.
Ooh, that's Joanne Basis. I love her.
Well, Monica answered that question earlier. You said you started writing in 2011, or that was your first published book?
That was my first full-length novel that I wrote, but I've been writing as long as I can remember. I was in school writing poems and short stories and whatnot. So
yeah, I first started writing it in high school. My first story that I wrote it was about a teacher and his student. That's all I got to say. It was not real life. Just saying, I had a nice chemistry teacher that was nice to look at.
Oh, y'all throwing these answers up there quick. Somebody said your husband, Monica. Somebody said Bill Pickett. Oh, your husband? Okay, wait. Who's the first person that said your husband? Let me go back. Let me scroll back.
Like Renee.
Renee Moses.
Yeah, Renee Moses.
All right, Renee.
Yeah, my husband used to bull ride.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That quiet man that was sitting behind you?
Chelsea, you better tell her Brandon is not
I love the husbands. I'm not gonna lie to you. The husbands come, especially the ones that come to Indie Love, they be working, and then they sit back and just watch you shine. I love the husbands.
I do too. I be like, oh, that's black love.
Yeah.
Renee Moses, when you get a chance, can you please inbox me your information so I can get
this? I was not being fast, Sabrina. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all the story real quick, just like a charm. So I had a very nice teacher in high school, and I was like, dang, he looks really good, right? So one of my friends, that fan fiction or whatever, so she was like, I think you should write a story about who you crushing on. And just so happened, my crush was my teacher, right? And that's just how it started. Then, but nothing ever happened. I'm telling y'all now. Nothing ever happened. But when I did graduate, he was checking for me, and I was like, nope, you're a pedophile.
Yeah, like
Nothing ever happened. I swear to God, nothing ever. But it's just funny how he waited till after I graduated. It was like 2 years in college, and I came back home and I ran into him, and he was like, "What's up?" I was like, "Nope."
So as we wrap up, I do have one other question. What are some misconceptions that your readers have about you as an author?
Look, we both like, hell. I don't know about me. That I write fast. I don't really write that fast. I mean, be
But
love.
you know what? This is really not, this is going to sound crazy because I follow both of you all on social media. So y'all behave. Y'all good girls. Y'all good girls. Even when it's drama, y'all don't get involved in the drama. Y'all are good girls. So like I probably do have some misconceptions about some people. I probably do, and this is probably wrong on my part. Like if I see your drama and it's like, I'm not that, I don't even want to, no.
I save my drama for the books. I don't have a really dramatic life. I don't have a lot of drama in my real life, so I just put it in the books. But and I don't get involved with anybody else.
I'm with Monica. I don't have drama in my real life.
That's you know what? That's not. Do some people think what you write about is? Oh, you experienced that?
Yes.
Yes.
People think I'm a queen pen. They think I know how to sell drugs. They think I know how to run a cartel. Please don't get me started on the sex scenes because they will come.
Baby,
listen, I'd be like, honey, hunger. I've been celibate for over 6 years right now. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. It's been some time, so your girl ain't getting no loving. My imagination is just taking me there.
Yes.
That's all that is, because I ain't getting no love.
Mom.
Like, how you come up with this stuff? How do you? Wow, like
imagination. And if I hear a conversation, like you know, he's like, ooh, you know,
and it takes off.
It takes off from there, or a song. You know, it's just a movie, or just my mom and her sisters when they get to talking about their old life. All right, I got you.
Right.
Even my friends, like when they talk about their own personal lives.
I see something on Facebook. You're like,
yeah.
Okay.
That's enough right there. That is enough. Sometimes I could be like, this is a whole story right here.
Listen. And you be talking about we be quiet. We be quiet, but we be watching.
Right. I be watching. Don't think I don't see. I don't see what's going on. Trust me.
I make my little book post, but I'm watching you.
Right.
Right. Was there anything you would like to leave the people with before we wrap up?
Thank y'all for supporting us for all this time, for reading our books, visiting us when we do have tables at different events, and just being awesome and amazing. And we do love the DMs. Let me clarify. We do love the DMs. We just don't like those who be coming to us like they my mama. So, or even worse.
Right. Respect the boundaries. Stay within this box right here.
Right. But I do appreciate y'all, and I thank y'all. I did not get my books to her in time enough to do a giveaway, but I will do one. I don't know how y'all want to do this.
It's up to you if you want to do a trivia question and then
a trivia question.
Their information and you can send it to them directly.
Yeah, a trivia question. Which I want to ask. I don't know.
No, you got to ask them.
Oh, I got to ask them.
You got to ask them. So then,
I don't know what to ask. Monica, what did you ask? Go ahead. Okay, what was you about to say?
No, because I'm gonna give it away. So it's like I gotta think of the right way to
Okay. Oh, but I don't know if anybody read the series yet, so I don't know if I'm
I
gonna answer.
know that's where I'm at, and I wish I could get to we did the chat in the group. I wish I could go back to those.
Okay. Okay. So my first release, my heroine, my girl, she was very unique. Does anybody know how unique she was?
Ooh, I know.
She was very unique. She was different, but in a good way, though. Is that a good enough question?
I know.
Yeah. My first release was For You I Will too.
Mm-hmm.
Just for anybody curious to know. My heroine, she was very unique.
Somebody
What
said
was
it's
her
hard for us
unique?
to win because
Monique Bailey wanted to get there she go. Monique Bailey.
Chelsea, I love that story. I told you I read so much because I just saw Monique's answer. She what? Monique, you won something yesterday,
Oh wait,
girl. You
no,
funny.
Watisha, she said it first. I had to go back up.
Oh, okay.
So Watisha inbox me with your information and I'll send you a copy of whatever book of mine that you want. So yeah.
Love. Okay. So now I have a question. Now, I mean,
Okay.
and I don't want to put you on the spot or anything, but okay. So she had a brother, and the brother was involved with the other girl, and so like nothing. See, I know I'm putting you on the spot, but then it was like I just knew something was going. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, she got on my nerves. Like, get on. If you can't, you don't want to be with him for who, bye, get. But
Right.
I just knew he was gonna have a story, you know. So what happened?
Okay. So Andre is coming back he was supposed to come back this summer,
Get
but
it, Mimi? Mimi said, Andre, she knew, boy.
right? Andre, I've been wanting to bring them back. I just didn't know how. And I don't know what type of mental space I tapped into when I created Andrea.
Okay.
And I had to tap into her recently for a book that I just quote unquote finished. So it inspired me to go back and bringing Andre into another story that I'm actually writing not right after this one. He's probably like 2 books behind, but Andre's coming because I feel like he needed his own story the way Daphina did him, and just she did him dirty, but off of tradition and to kind of understand, the African traditions from her people and stuff like that. So, but yeah,
But you here now. You in the let me stop.
yes, I thank y'all for supporting it because that was my first release. I was nervous because
Girl.
she was autistic. I did not know how people were gonna, receive that, especially with my first book ever, and it's like one of my best ones to this
It
day.
was, oh my God. Well, probably, see, that's the thing. It'll be one book, and it'll, even if it's your first book, that'll reel me in. And then that's like, I'm looking for everything you put out. And if I might come upon a series, and then I'll go back and I'll start from the beginning so that I'm, caught up on just about everything. So yeah, you did that justice. You did. And as a teacher, I don't teach autistic students. They're in my building or what have you. You did that justice. You did. You did.
And I got inspired
I love
by
her
that
spirit. I love her
So
spirit.
discerning. I was like, what? People like, is that you? Girl, no. I wish. Like I said, I was watching The Good Doctor one night and it clicked. I was like, ooh, I got a story. And then I was watching it. I have a cousin. She has a spectrum of autism, and I was just watching her. And I was just like, I wonder what it's gonna be like for her to find love. So between watching her and then watching The Good Doctor, it was like literally like God just poured this story into me. And that was the first story I've ever finished in 2 weeks. I can't do that junk now in my life. Like I tried.
Really?
Yes, I finished that story in 2 weeks. I got suspended from work because I was writing that book at work.
You know, I mean, I loved his character as well. Like he didn't care about none of that.
No.
Although he had his moments where he was like, "You'll be all right," and it was like, "Bruh, don't
Right.
let me come through this book and yank you up, yoke you up." But I just
Right.
love the fact that he loved on her. He accepted her for her.
Mhm.
Man, come with it. Where he at? Where he at?
Right.
Where? All right, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I do have somebody did ask a question. I did jot it down.
Okay.
They wanted to know about audibles. Where are you? Are you into audibles? Where are you with audibles? Um,
I have
yeah.
one, and that's 8 Seconds to Love is an Audible, but the company reached out to B, so it wasn't something that we looked into. They came to her about doing it.
Okay.
So, but that's something that we are looking into because my readers are like, I wish this was an audiobook. Like, okay. So we're looking into getting more titles
Yeah.
available.
So you would do it through the company, or would you do it independently on your own?
I think that's what she's looking into to see what would be more beneficial for us. Um,
Okay.
I mean, of course, when you do anything on your own, it's a little more tedious, a little more work
Yeah.
versus going through the
Um,
company. So,
I, I'm only going to say this because she's already put it out there that I helped LB find her narrators, and
Look.
Lord, I have no problem doing it at all because I was like, hey, okay. And finding the right person to and I've heard somebody say, don't judge me. You know, they dropped the audio and it was like they didn't allow me to pick who my voice for my character. So I guess that's why I'm asking too.
well,
You
they
didn't
allowed us to pick. They sent us samples, of
okay.
different narrators to pick. But the problem is because it was 8 Seconds to Love and they saw the content of the story, they kind of overdid the country accent to me. So, I mean, the lady was perfect, but the guy kind of overdid it at times. And I'm not really an audiobook type person. I'd rather read it and imagine the voice on my own versus hearing somebody else's voice, just in case I don't like it. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, the guy kind of overdid it, in my opinion, the country twang. And that's not
Okay.
how he read in other books because it wasn't country. So,
And see that, yeah.
weird too. So
I would admonish anybody in the Black community that you hear what I said in the Black community, because when you're going through it and you're trying to find, there is very limited, and then you have some that think they've reached, so they
right.
budget is way high. But if you have a voice or you know somebody that thinks it might be good, give it a try. We need more African American Black narrators to be able to choose from. I would just say that, to be able to choose from.
I mean, I believe they were Black just from listening to the samples and the way they spoke. They sounded Black to me. And don't get me wrong, there were good points. Like it was certain parts where he did, and I was like, oh my God, that's just how I imagined it. Like the N word. And he was like, the way he said it, I was like, yes, that's right. That's exactly how I heard it. But yeah, I think it just had to do with the content of the book because it was country. That's why I was kind of like, I mean, I know the twang sounds stronger to y'all than it does to me, but it just sounds, it was overdid in my opinion.
Okay.
But I think the book being about anything else, he probably would have been excellent.
Okay. Yeah.
I was thinking about putting mine on audio.
I think that was the advantage. I think that is an advantage of when you do it yourself. You can be like, no.
Yeah.
Can you do it like this? Can you fix this? Can you adjust that? Yeah. So
Yeah.
All right, ladies, this has been great.
It's been
I
fun.
wish I
It
wish we had been face to face, but this has been great. I have loved this because I'm really a behind the see on this camera thing, and I know I'm live all over Facebook.
Right.
Ooh, but
Yes. I was like, oh
this
Lord,
has
let me get
been
myself together a little bit. All these people gonna see me.
Right? I got a haircut,
right,
so I was good. I
right.
was like, okay, the hair got cut. I'm good.
Yeah, I got my haircut too. So
Right. Okay, look. I called the other day. I said, can I come get two braids? She said, can you come now? I said, oh, yes. I'm coming right now. Right now. Let me get up out of here right now. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, ladies.
thank you. And thank all of y'all for joining us.
Yes, thank you so
Yeah.
much
And
for
all the
joining us.
comments. I see y'all. My sister's
Yeah.
And
on
I believe I'm gonna leave these up so if people miss them or whatever. After a while we might have to turn the comments off, but I'm gonna leave it up for at least for today. And we will be back in approximately 10 minutes for our next session.
Yes. Thank y'all so much. And yes, Ronnie, Andy Love exclusive. Emil's book is done. So it will be coming soon.
I feel special. That was an Indie Love exclusive.
Andy
Yes.
Love exclusive.
Yes.
Emil's book is done. I will be dropping the cover soon. Thank y'all. Monica, I love seeing you, boo. Yes. And Andy Love. Thank you, love. I wanted to meet you this year too.
All right. We will see you. I will see you guys back in about 5-10 minutes. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes.